I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the State Palace Theater here in beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana, for our main event of the evening. 12 rounds of heavyweight action between these two great warriors.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, the Egyptians. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, the Egyptians.
All right, fellas, remember my instructions in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. All right, punch him up and come out.
36 minutes still ahead of them here, round 1 of 12. Two guys that can really take each other out. What's the best means of defense?
Well, if one guy says to himself, I'm not the power puncher, then he has to be smart. He has to be technically solid in all areas. He's going to have the edge.
Bad Intentions is coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Good job protecting himself. Fires right back at him. Wow, is he defensively sound. He got hit, but he sends it right back. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Nice block by Bad Intentions. It's been a recent trend, Teddy, where we've seen in the heavyweight division a lot of Eastern Europeans dominating. Why do you think that is?
Same thing in basketball. I don't think they're the better athletes, but you know what? There's an urgency. There's a real hunger. This is their opportunity. The fighters over here and the basketball players, for that part, they have too many options here. Over there, they make the most of it, and fundamentally, they're very sound.
Blocks away that headshot. Comes right back with a shot of his own. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Nice block by Bad Intentions. Bad Intentions, his corner's going to really need to step up and handle that swelling. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. Able to cover up that gut. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Straight right was lined up, but he missed. That was a miss by Bad Intentions. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. No, he missed that right. Good block. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
He missed with that headshot. And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counter punch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
He just missed that shot up top. Takes one to give one. Uppercut in return. Good block there by Bad Intentions. And he returns on that exchange. Clicks of the talk. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Well-placed counter punch by Bad Intentions. How is he able to do this? How is he able to take these shots?
You know, one time Muhammad Ali talked about taking a chin. He had one of the great chins of all time. And what he basically talked about was that when you start to get hit those shots, you start to go down a hallway, and then you go into a gray room. You go from a light room to a gray room, and at the end of the hallway, you see a dark room. You don't want to go to that dark room, and you have a choice. You put your feet down, you start backing up. I'm not going to that dark room. This guy is not being taken to that dark room.
Nice block. To the halfway point of this third round.
Get out of the way from those punches. Move your hands. What?
Good looking counter punch. Bad Intentions has got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored.
Body shot. Don't stay in one spot. Circle.
Good block there by Bad Intentions. Good combination by Bad Intentions. Well-placed shot after landing there again. come to the end of the round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Digs in with a good solid uppercut after taking a shot. Good defense, just covering up down low. Good counter punch. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Cus D'Amato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jab. When he's been sure of himself, he's jab. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
Halfway through round number 4. Good block there by Bad Intentions. Good job protecting himself. Good job staying away from the danger there. Well-placed counter punch by Bad Intentions. Comes right back at him with a left hand.
Uppercut, move your feet.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Bad Intentions is really disappointing us with his lack of work to the body.
Yeah, it is.
Ten seconds remaining in this round. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Well-placed shot after landing there again. Teddy, you know what I'm so impressed by? Obviously, the pace of this fight is just ridiculous. But how hungry these guys are. How badly each guy wants it.
So this is the kind of fight that it has nothing to do about money. It has everything to do about legacy. How they're going to be remembered.
Very clever move there. A little defense turns to offense. The counter punch by Bad Intentions. One of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. putting his punches together. There he goes. Teddy, is this becoming a mental thing with him? I mean, he's not firing off the big power punches. I got to wonder why.
You know, that's a good question. Sometimes a guy is making a silent agreement in his mind that maybe if I don't hit him hard, he won't hit me hard back. He's not confident enough now to throw the punches without worrying about what will come back at him.
Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. And a sharp counter punch by Bad Intentions. End of the round here. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. It's turning out to be a very good fight because it's very competitive. It's one of those fights that's really hard to score.
Yeah, it is hard to score. It's going to be up to the judges now. Hopefully, they've been watching the way they need to watch, and they're competent enough to make sure that it's not just a matter of who's throwing, but, you know, who's really landing.
Is smashed by an uppercut. Nice jabs there by Bad Intentions. Blocks that punch.
Defense, more defense.
Good looking counter punch. Some fine fundamentals, good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese, he used distance.
A stinging counter punch after some fine defense by Bad Intentions. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Comes right back with some offense of his own. What a fight. What a great, great non-stop action fight this has been. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. And Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Nice block by Bad Intentions.
Relax. Keep moving, baby. Come on.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. halfway through the 7th round.
Move it.
Good block there by Bad Intentions. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Very nice job landing that counter punch, getting away from one that was coming at him. Excellent counter punch by Bad Intentions. 10 seconds to go in the 7th. Good block there by Bad Intentions. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Solid counter punch by Bad Intentions.
Lead him to the punch.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. And he returns on that exchange. Devastating blow by Bad Intentions. Finds his target again. Well-placed counter punch by Bad Intentions. Here's one for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. Halfway through this round here, Bad Intentions has got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. He's got to know that the eye's getting worse. The swelling is really more pronounced right now, but I don't see any defensive changes.
And you know what? I don't see any urgency either. You just touched on it. I don't see him where he's starting to get to the place where, you know, he's firing at the kind of rate that you would want to see a guy firing back at when he's in such a perilous position right now. He has to know that this fight is close to being stopped. He's got to start acting like a guy that's at the cliff, and he doesn't want to go over that cliff.
Good job on the two-punch combo by Bad Intentions. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Back and forth exchange. Clock counting down here in round number 8. 10 seconds to go. The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
Bad intentions is learning a real hard lesson here, and it's that a corner man can only do so much when you're dealing with this amount of swelling around the eye.
Yeah, you have that end swell in the corner. Of course, it's a piece of metal that you put in ice. It gets very cold. It retains the cold, and you place it on the swelling. But once it gets started, as you alluded to, Joe, it's tough to stop it. You got to get that ice or get that end swell on it early on before that swelling gets started, before it gets to this kind of place.
Here's one for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. Good block there by Bad Intentions. Bad Intentions has got to feel that right there. He was just tagged by a big uppercut. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Good block there by Bad Intentions. Nice block by Bad Intentions. And there he counters back against his opponent. Nice block. Good counter punch. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Now that's some fine work right there by Bad Intentions. Well, this round comes to an end. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. This is one of those fights, Ted. It just feels like to me where it's going to be tough to really score. I mean, it's been a close fight.
Yeah, it's a hard fight to score because you have one guy maybe a little busier, but the other guy makes up for it because he's a little heavier with those blows. So it's a matter of maybe the taste of the judges, what they prefer.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Nice block by Bad Intentions. Able to counter that attack. Boy, you gotta love being his opponent, right? You come into a fight like this tonight, you're so worried about getting off your punches, landing accurate punches. Well, here it is. Not gonna move the head at all. Come and get it.
No, you just have to worry about you don't hurt your hands. You better hope that you wrap them real good because you're banging the nugget all night long.
Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there.
Good defensive skill with the block by Bad Intentions. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Well, he told us all week long, hey, I want to keep it on the outside. I don't care where he is. This fight's not going his way right now.
No, it's not, and I don't care how long he is, how tall he is, but just look at his feet. When he throws punches, they're sliding forward, and that's why he's not keeping that advantage on the outside.
What a good counter punch by Bad Intentions. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
And a good counter by Bad Intentions. Unable to score with the uppercut that time. Great movement to get away from those punches. Good block there by Bad Intentions. Good block by Bad Intentions. He gets hit, but he gives it right back. Now he's putting his punches together, the combination upstairs. Bad Intentions, he's got a real problem on his hands now, Teddy. I think the cut is actually worsening around his eye. He has to do a better job of watching out for that. He has to protect that eye.
Yeah, what he has to do now is give his corner man, his cut man, a chance for his work to be accomplished. In other words, there's been coagulants, chemicals put into that eye. Now the fighter has to move a little bit, be elusive, and allow those chemicals, those medicines to work.
Good exchange. He fires back. As that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
There's the headshot, but he parries it away.
movement to get away from those punches. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. Bad intentions. His jab is now carrying this fight for him from the outside.
Yeah, because the jab is carrying the fight. You know, it all starts with that jab. And right now, that jab is leading the way.
Bad intentions is doing a good job of just creating some space there, just pushing off. Keeping his hands up, getting away of his opponent's effort. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined. Oh, Bad Intentions is stunned and staggered. Oh, that was a smart move right there. He was hurt, but then he held on.
Absolutely, Joe, but a stupid move, a bad move by the fighter who's having him hurt. He should have taken a little step back and not allowed him to grab.
Teddy, he went from being on the edge of the cliff to now climbing back up the mountain.
Well, you know, that's where you'd want to know if a guy recovers fast. Obviously, he has the capacity to recover very quickly.
Good defense, just covering up down low. Our ring announcer with the results of what was a very, very good fight.
The decision made with the judges' scorecards. All three judges scored them out. A draw.
So it goes down in the books as a draw. Some may be disappointed, but that's the end result. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Good night from ringside.